Are you struggling to actually make wins every single trade? Are you failing every funded challenge? Well, this silver bullet strategy is the one you need, because this actually existed from the beginning of trading, but no one's actually was talking about it. But now I'm gonna teach you exactly how it works and everything involved within it. So make sure you listen very, very carefully. This is how we're gonna follow this. Okay, this is the silver bullet 2025. We're only gonna be trading within the London kill zone, which is from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. We only trade within the 5-minute time frame. So what we need to do is mark out the highs and the lows of Asian session and identify which side is swept. Let me tell you exactly what I mean by this. So you need to mark out the highs. So this is the highest point of Asian session. You can see the blue area here from my indicator, and you can see the lowest point of Asian session right there. So this is the highs. Let me mark it out. And this will actually be lows. Once you actually get the highs and the lows, what you need to do next is figure out which side actually is going to get mitigated and swept. So if I just keep playing price forward, you can see it's going towards the upside, and it's nearly swept it there, and now it's completely just swept the upside. Okay, once it's swept the upside, this is all the confirmation we need to actually start taking a trade towards the downside and towards the lows, where we can make as much amount of profit. Okay, so if I play price forward now, all we need to do is find a breakage of structure where fractional highs / lows have been completely swept, and we can reinforce this market structure shift with an engulfing candlestick if possible. So what I'm going to do now is play price forward, finding out if we have a market structure shift towards the downside, and we need an engulfing candlestick which will help it. And there you go, exactly right then and there, we just got a big engulfing candlestick. So this is exactly what we needed. This right here is our engulfing candlestick. So once we got this engulfing candlestick, what we need to do is actually mark out that we actually did get swept. So this is the market structure shift. Once we've got the market structure shift and engulfing candlestick, what we need to do next is find out the fair value gap. Okay, we need to identify a fair value gap in the market, and then we overlap this with the market structure shift for a higher probability trade. And all we need to do from then on is execute the trade. All right, this is all we need to do. But just before that, if you're still struggling to pass your funded challenge and you can't even pass phase 1 or phase 2, make sure you join my easy pass, first link in the description. Okay, I will pass your funded challenge straight away. I'll pass your phase 1 and phase 2. Also, there is free account management where I will actually get you a first ever payout. This is only before the new year. Okay, make sure you actually click on this as fast as possible. There's only 2 seats left, only 2 spaces left. Okay, you can see we already have 123 subscribers in this, and you can see there's so much profitable people in it. Like you can see right here, $6,000 payout. You can see right here, 1.7k payout. You can see right here, 30,000 payout. This can be completely you in the new year. Make sure you actually do take action and start something new, because once you start this, you will actually never ever regret it. Okay, you can see right here, 5k payout. Make sure you click the first link in the description and message me straight away, and I will get you funded. But let's get straight back into the video. You can see right here, all we need is a fair value gap, and now all I'm going to be looking for is this area right here. Right, so once we've got this fair value gap, all we need to do is enter off of this short position, placing our stop loss just above the fair value gap candle right here, and placing our take profit at a 1-to-3 risk to reward ratio. There you can see right here, there's going to be 1-to-3. All I'm going to be doing now is playing price forward, and you can see how it's re-entered there. It's nearly hit the stop loss, but it didn't really. And you can see how it's bouncing off of that fair value gap, and it keeps going towards the downside, right? So, and you can see right there, we completely smash take profit. This is exactly what you want to be seeing every single day from the market. Okay, you could be seeing this every single day, and you can be hitting these trades every single day, right? You don't have to just sit on the sidelines waiting, entering just because of FOMO and etc, but you can actually enter because of our own analysis. Okay, now I'm going to show you another example. Right now we've got the next example, but this one's a little more complex, so you really need to pay attention to this one. So what we need to do straight away, mark out the highs, which are right here, and mark out the lows of Asian session. I'm just going to go off this line right here. So this is the highs and the lows of Asian session. What we need to do next is find out which side actually is getting swept. So if I play price 4, you can see it's close to the lows. I'm going to anticipate it takes out the lows, and there we go, it's completely swept the lows. Once it swept the lows, what we need to do next is find out a market structure shift towards the upside. As you can see right here, you can take a screenshot of this or whatever. Now all we need to do is find a market structure shift towards the upside. So if I'm going to play price forward, keep playing it forward, you can see right here we're still not gotten a good market structure shift. But you can see, wait, let me play price back. All right, I'm going to play it forward now, and you can see right here is actually our first market structure shift, okay? So our first market structure shift from this whole price action is right here. So what we need to do, mark this out, is going to be our MSS, right? This is the market structure shift, and what we need to do next is actually figure out where our fair value gap is, okay? And you can see the fair value gap is right there. This is the fair value gap because it's a very, very inefficient price action. So what we need to do next is actually enter off of this a long position right here, placing our stop loss just below this fair value gap candle. I place our take profit at 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio. You could either do 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio, or you could do the highs of Asian session, which will be a 1 to 5 risk to reward ratio. And you can see how big and massive this trade will be. So what I'm going to be doing now is playing price forward, and you can see how it's just entered off of there. And now it's going up, and it's completely smashed take profit off of literally 3 or 4 candles. This is what you can see every single day in the markets, but no one actually takes advantage of it, and you need to start taking advantage of it in 2025. All right, I'm going to show you how this strategy works on a very, very fundamental level. So make sure you follow me very, very carefully. You can see right here, we're going to let price do whatever it wants in the Asian session, and once it hits our actual specific trading time, let's say it's anywhere around here, once it hits this trading time, all we've got to do is mark out the highs and mark out the lows, right? Once we do this, wait for price to actually take out one of these. Let's say it took out the highs again, like that. Once it's taken out the highs, we're very, very clear that we need to go towards the downside. And what we're going to be doing next is actually marking out the market structure shift towards the downside, right? So what we need to do now, all we need to do is find out our market structure shift. So what's price actually moves like this, like a market structure shift like this. Now we've got to figure out where our fair value gap is, which will probably be in the same line with the market structure shift. So this will be the fair value gap. And now all we need to do is actually, as you can see right here, so much people are messaging me about easy pass. So make sure you message me as soon as possible, because not everyone fits the criteria. All right. Now what we need to do next is actually just create a path right here. And price will actually go back to this FVG. So you need to be short positioning this or placing your stop limit or whatever as soon as possible. And then you can put your take profit at 1 to 3 and your stop loss just above the FVG candle. Now all I'm going to be doing is playing price, and then it will go and touch the FVG, and then it will actually smash our take profit again. I know this may seem complicated, I know it may seem hard, but this is exactly the levels that you need to reach if you want to become profitable in 2025. But anyway, this is going to be the end of the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.